Hey YouTube, welcome to Thought Provoking Tuesday on Enoma, and we are going to give a reaction to Plush by Stone Temple Pilots.
Let's get started. I have heard of 21 Pilots. I have heard of Stone Temple Pilots too.
Okay.
They are one of the earlier alternative rock bands, I think coming out from Seattle, Washington, just like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and many others, Smashing Pumpkins, etc. Let's get started. Sounds like the vocalist of Pearl Jam.
Well, she smelled
Beautiful voice. I love his voice. Kind of seems like it's so much like the voice of Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Beautiful voice. What a deep story. I could not understand most of it, but I do gather it's either about a girl who's been raped and killed, or a girl who's been kidnapped and found dead by the police dogs, sniffing dogs. And the person, where will he be tomorrow? The guy who killed her, will he be, will you be with the mask that is found or what? I'm a little confused though, but great tune, very, very catchy, very cool, really good voice, great guitaring, great drumming to back it up. Really sounds good. Stone Temple Pilots sounds like a big band.
Yeah.
Yeah, never heard of them much before. Only knew that they were one of the, 4 or 5 big bands of the alternative rock scene in the 90s. But this is a great introduction to them on Thought Provoking Tuesday. And it is indeed thought provoking because you really want to know what on earth is it about. Is it about a young girl that was kidnapped and found buried somewhere, or, stinking, the thoughts of the dog smelling her? Literally, you sense it, you kind of smell the smell that possibly the dog could smell. It's worded so beautifully. So it could be a girl that is kidnapped and found dead in a ditch or buried somewhere in the forest by the police dogs. Could be about a girl who's been raped and murdered, and hence the guy had the mask on or put a mask on her. So that's what I gathered from the lyrics. It will definitely make a lot more sense when I hear it a few more times.
Yeah.
I love songs like these because they really, really, invite you to get into it, immerse yourself into the music, dig deeper into the lyrics and try and make sense of it. And when you do make sense, at most times, it's really, really food for thought. It is really, really eye-opening, and it really teaches you valuable things about life. Because these are things that happen all over the world. If I'm right about a kidnapping, a girl being kidnapped, killed, buried, a girl being raped, buried, things like that, stinking for days and months, perhaps, and then the dog getting the smell. So, if I'm right, it's really thought-provoking because we see a beautiful world all around us. There's a lot of greenery, there's a lot of lakes, there's a nice cool breeze, there's the blue skies during the summer. It's a beautiful world that we live in. People are generally nice wherever you go. At the same time, there are things like that happening maybe next door itself. So there are psychos lurking in your neighborhood. There are people who are up to a lot of tricks, scams, things like that. And they're all over the place. No one is, not at risk.
Yeah. Oh, it isn't at risk.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on this one? Music, sound, anything that you gathered from the lyrics?
The title says Plush, which I don't really know the meaning of. I was hoping to gather something out of the song once it starts. Great song. His voice actually sounds like, even I repeated, like the Pearl Jam vocalist. And the whole song, the guitaring was amazing. It was all going superb. But the only thing was perplexing, again, was the lyrics. What is going on? There has to be some crime because dogs are smelling.
Definitely.
She is not the only one. Maybe there may be more people who the person has done. The perpetrator has done the crime too.
One thing I must tell you and tell the viewers also, during the early part of the 90s, there was tremendous rise in the kidnappings in America.
And they would be termed as
disappeared, yeah. I remember watching the movie 8mm around that time. That time itself, it was released in the 90s for sure. Nicolas Cage, starring Nicolas Cage. There was a tremendous rise in the amount of kidnappings in America because that time I was studying psychology in college, and very often our teachers would, bring up this thing about American kidnappings and murders and disappearances of kids, especially kids and mainly girls. If they were older, they were girls. Many of them would disappear, would just be lost, and there would be movies made about them, horror movies, Lifetime movies, Hallmark movies. there were movies made about these disappearances and kidnappings, and very often, after a few weeks, months, even years, you would find them buried somewhere, killed. Some of them were trapped for days, weeks, and months in somebody's basement, in a cellar, in a prison-like environment, and things like that, and being brutally harassed and raped and things like that. So you had many cases at that time. And one song comes to mind. I don't know if this is connected to that in any way. I may be wrong with the lyrics. But one song comes to mind very easily. Soul Asylum's Runaway Train. It deals with this very issue of kidnappings. In the video, I do not know if the lyrics mean the same thing. But I remember the video very easily. There were so many girls who just disappeared. You know, the whole video is like a collage. Like of the reaction chorales, 74, 75. Similarly, Runaway Train is the whole video of the collage, where the great song, great tune, backed up with all the photos of the people. We should react to it next week probably, so that you can react to it. The video itself, it's an old band, so it shouldn't be an issue reacting to it. Very strong songs. So there was a lot of songs at that time. I'm not clear about how many. But I remember stats were very high, presented in books and by our teachers. It was very high at that time of kidnapping. So probably the song is about that. About kidnappings or things like that.
Because the term mentioned that are you the only one who smells? Maybe there are more people, more girls, more victims that may have been in the similar state. Or
thousands more.
Yeah. So I think it is around that. Maybe somebody, if they already know what it means, can enlighten us on that. But we think on these lines.
Yeah, so I guess that's about it. Yeah. This is amazing song. It's like a masterpiece. I mean, I guess when I understand it, I will even value it better. I will love it more. It definitely is about some strong topic. That is clear. There is a body, dead body perhaps, which has been rotting, perhaps stinking. And it's probably a girl. Yeah, it's girl.
To find it, it was referring to a girl, and to find it so many times repeated, there is a hunt going on.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's kidnapping, murder, rape, maybe all of the above.
Yeah.
So that's about it from Enoma, Thought-Provoking Tuesday. This is where you get songs like these and gives you food for thought. Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Thanks for watching.